Unsanctioned acts of aggression will not be tolerated. Enjoy your stay.
Landing coupler disengaged. Follow the greens on your way out.
Fly responsibly. Ensure dummy procedures with any dotted tile window.
That's crazy, right? No, because I'm on.
Avoid unnecessary destruction. Do not.
Landing gear retracted.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Alright, hey, this is me on headsets, and I got a buddy of mine who's trying to show him this video game. He's out in California, so I thought I'd give a little demonstration. So, right now I think we do have a mission going on with transactions. We looked at our transactions. We need to go to Acellus 2. We open up our galaxy map here. Mind blowing, it's one galaxy, but we see kind of the scale of what's going on here. Acellus Primus 2, I think they said I wanted, wasn't it? Let's take a look at the system map. That's 2. So we'll mark that. Select on the road. Alright, so that's where we're off to go to continue to do our mission. So we're gonna be aligning up to our, and we're mass locked still, which means increase our engine power to maximum and we'll get out of this this massive item behind us. So now we'll be able to initiate our frameshift drive. Frameshift drive is charging. So we're charging up our cells and we're about to jump let's see what 4 light years takes. Boom. Shabam. Cartman, brah! Like, I don't know if you know South Park, Aaron, but fucking hilarious. Cartman, brah! Well, we're gonna come out of this. We don't want to be going into the sun. And there's our next objective since we placed it in our coordinates in advance. So we get a nice push of, probably not enough, huh? 1.7 light, 2.8 light. You see on the bottom or the right hand side of my paper map, I call it, the flat map. Mostly useless. Oh, we gotta slow down. We're coming in hot. So 12 times light, 10, 9. Coming in hot. To bleed out some speed. Look at that. There's a Acellus 2. I see you. I see Aaron's got found a rocket ship comment. That's nice of him. That's well done. Rocket ship emoticon. Yeah, so we're coming on in, and that's Aaron, folk. That's Mr. Camarillo. That's who I'm kind of demonstrating the game to. Later, when they use my voice analyzation to reconstruct my brain, this will be. Alright, so Celius 2. We don't really want to come in too hot. We're gonna try to mostly just scan that area. So see if we can pull any data from the area. Charging my data scanner. Dropping a bomb. That actually makes real noise. Like in the universe. Like, oh, Baker's Prospect. That's like the super part. Yeah, let's try another one. Because when Story did them, I did them last night with him, I could hear his, like, you know, from a pretty long distance. So, supposing, oh, look at that, there it is, boom. Just had to come in close enough to it. Here's our mission upgrade. 4,000,000, 3.33, alright, so we're coming in a little hot. This will be, let's try to, alright, disengaging. Boom! Alright. So, I'm going to turn the cargo scoop open. And the lights. Let's turn on the lights. There's an item there. That's not it. Black box. That looks what I want. So we see on the left scan, this left little screen there that's blinking. But below my screen on my dashboard is a little blue box, and that's a camera angle pretty much straight into my my cargo bay. So what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to get that. I'm actually using the small blue screen to the left side on the bottom to fly that shit in there. Whoa, I got you. Oh, no. That's bad. Well, it got a little crazy there. But I do have a lock on it, I think. Fuck, I hope so. Yeah. Wow. Where is it now? Is that it? Canister of fuel. Hydrogen fuel. Scrap. That sucks. Now I'm using that paper map to try to... That's it. Alright, we got this. Have to have a nice closing rate. Adjusting myself mentally and everything out of the way. Alright. Suspense is killing me, huh? 20. We're in proximity. Knocking off the speed a little bit. I'm looking at that blue screen, not what I see in my mirror or through my windshield, but the blue little spot screen. That's perfect. I want a closing rate of as small as possible. Confirm that my cargo scoop is open. Otherwise, my little blue screen wouldn't even. Alright, mission forwarded, if you will. There were some other items out here. I see them on the paper map, or my big circular map on the base. Seems like I'm going away from them. elusive, huh? How about this? Targets, no. Alright, we're just gonna bail. If I go and look at my bottom screen here, I can see that I have my navigation points. We'll go check out the galaxy map. There's other ways to do that too. That's one of the ways, by clickety-clicking. And, yeah, you have to be perfectly lined up is the question. Yeah, that's exactly right. Or I would have, like, and I just smashed into it like a dummy. That really almost ruined everything. So now I'm trying to, oh, I need to, one of the reasons I like to do this way is if I go to transactions, it says open galaxy map, so now it's going to tell me where I got to go to Freeport. So we'll go here. There's Freeport. Selected, plotting route, clear route achieved. So now also I can click into this is the free look where you can look around. That's my jerk off station. Just and then anyways, yeah. So I want to go line this up. I think close my cargo scoop. Then we're gonna go charging up the frame shift drive. This is the big one. I'm using the sun to spin around and kind of do a little whoopie whoop, keep my speed up. So I'm coming in 180 light seconds away, and we're rocking just about 1 light, 1.5 light, 2 light, so we'll be backing that off a bit. We'll be bringing her in a little too fast for my taste there. Let's ease it off a little bit. Once we get to 50 light, we'll let it get down to 30 light. We'll let it get down to 20. Here we go. We're coming in. Come in low a little bit. Oh, here we come. Relay. I'm looking for Freeport specifically. Not just any one of these, but Freeport. So here it comes. Here it comes, coveted. Now these rings will fuck you up. They're like hitting brick walls. They just instantly smash. Oops, part of my... I may have said a swear word. We're down to the 1,000,000 miles. 1,000,000 meters. Oh, someone's... Oh, that was somebody. Safe disengage. Come in. Alright, so one step away. Alright, I see the opening, which is the first step. These can be hard to get into because you just get lost, but I see our entrance.
DeLacy, Lima, Oscar Bravo.
Alright,
This is Federal
I'm
Flight
gonna go
Control.
ahead and
Request docking if you wish to land.
ask for docking permissions. Alright, proceeding to 19.
Assigned to landing
Pad Bay 19 is my goal. So I'm gonna counter rotate this in. Bring my speed down. When I get a ticket, it'll actually find you. We're gonna start a little yaw. Add that yaw. Bring in. I'm adding a little hover here. Counter twisting, and we're in. 19 is our bay. Here we go. Yaw over. Counter rotate. Now we change our reference. I see my backsplash plate, so I know my orientation.
Zero tolerance policy towards criminal infractions. Obey station law.
Oops, landing gear down. Landing gear down. Gotta have landing gear.
deployed.
Using my thrusters, my downward thrusters, and speed change. Now it's just ease it in. Get it right in the slot. Drive it right up. Boom! And there it is. That's how it's done, folks. That's where we, that's how we do it. So we're gonna go enter the hangar, because we're gonna take a look at some parts, see if they have parts to buy. So this saves a step. We can do this animation while the starport services comes up. Nice little time-saving device for those out there. Kill two birds with one stone. So first things first, always fill up with fuel. That's goal number one always. You want to repair up too. Make sure you get all the missions possible. Having a damaged ship might make it so some passengers won't go on your ship. So there's my reward for that mission. So we just jumped up to the upper left. We see we have 300,000 credits, which is nice. 300,000, but it costs me about 40 grand if I lose a ship. You can see that here at the shipyard. Will show us a couple ships that are for purchase. You have your Sidewinder, which is the common ship that's for free, that you start with. And this Falcon, oops, my bad. The Eagle, that's not what I have. And the Adder, I don't have that either. I have one that's like about 150 grand when at base purchase, but I also added a bunch of stuff. So if we look, we can see the outfitting, I guess. Yeah. The outfitting is going to show us the ship itself, delivery, kind of what it looks like with things deployed, and then like internals, different items that I might be able to upgrade or. Right now, the ship's pretty good. It's rocking though at a price of insurance costs of 45,000 every time I wreck it. So, yeah, it's getting to be expensive to run this ship. But with that being said, the way to offset that is to go see. Maybe we can see about getting some passengers. I would have to change the ship's loadout, but I could go and get some different jobs. 1.1 million credits. That's nice, but it takes 22 people. We can see if you look above me at the top here, it says requirements not met, just above that yellow. So, oops. I'm not trying to be merely a passenger liner right now. I'm more interested in just doing runs for money, without the whole passenger bullshit or bull stuff. So if I would go, I could assassinate someone. Available mission, source and return 2 units. Nah, deliver now, that's different. Deliver is like easy enough, that I'm going to deliver some bio waste, some poop, in the name of democracy. And if I looked at that, I'd see that it might be hostile ships and get a small thing, but if we go look, I'm going to go to what dock? The something dock? I didn't catch it. Hopefully we'll see it on the... This takes a moment. Pops up. Take a system map look. Chango dock, or was it? No, I know it said dock, so we'll bet that it's this one for... And if it's wrong, I'll come back and fix it. Plot a route. Select it. And so then we say, yeah, you know what, we'll take that mission. Because I don't see any reason why we couldn't accept that mission. So we'll go, okay. Now I could go and try to get another mission on that as well. But I don't really need to. Let's just launch. So here we go, we're coming back out.
Landing coupler disengaged. Access corridor is clear.
Pulling my landing gear up. Can't go too fast in here, you get a speeding ticket. Honestly, you'll have to pay a fine. Alright, so we're breaking mass lock here. And then, which means I have to get far enough away from that object before I'm allowed to warp. Someone's scanning me for my objects, but I'm holding bio. I'm literally bringing bio waste, like the worst. If somebody wants to take me for that, then they can have it. So, frame shift drive is charging, and that means that we're gonna. I got a little Hello Kitty too, like Hello Kitty, hello Moto. So, Aaron, I've been in and out of the station quite a bit. There's a lot of action going on, and truly so psyched that they put Story one single jump away from me. That could have been a real fiasco to have to teach him. You know, I gotta really can't say enough about the game. I don't know what happens if suddenly you have friends all over the country and it has to decide what friend you're gonna put it near of the world. But we're in, and we're gonna use this speed to bring in another jump. It's charging. So looks like I have plenty of fuel on the bottom left. I think I have a high capacity like fuel added over. Wow, that time warp made me sneeze. Like, whew. Wow. Talk about feedback. That map, yeah, the map is great. So, right now I'm going to Chango Dock. This is where we're going. So, we're just bringing it in. Kind of banking some more speed. I need a lot more than that. Oh, I'll get this thing on a planet here in a minute. after this. Make some money doing this, you know. But we'll get this on a planet that's neat. Or we'll pick a mission that requires it, or that's particularly awesome. All right, so oops, I'm gonna peel down. Try to peel this off. See if I can't get a little flip out of that. Come on, babe. Come on. You can do it. Come on, 20 light seconds. Bam. I'll whittle you down. That'd be great. We'll go check that planet out. It looks like a real planet. No? I mean, it's kind of desolate, but no, it's an actual water planet. We're definitely checking that out after this. But we gotta go check out Chango Dock. Chango Docks first. We're coming in. Little burst of speed here. Not enough to come spinning out. 13 million, 10 million miles, kilometers. So I have to be 7.
You are now in Federation space. Be advised, docking access to this station is by permission only.
I'm proceeding to Dock 6.
Assigned to landing pad 06.
Wow, I'm just silent. What the fuck's going on there? Is that for real? That was blocked. Some cargo ship. It's weird. Going to 6. Oh, it's Earth-like. I don't think it might. I think they have it. Maybe. I think there is one called Sol. Maybe that's Earth.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, it's gonna give me one of those. Come on, that's not right. Did I just get smashed by that debris? I'm getting something that's not right. It's hanging out for some reason. Something's not. The landing gear's down. Landing gear's down. Yeah, but yeah, that sucks for a second there. Ooh. So I go to Starport Services and collect my money though, huh? Yeah. Where's my money, please? Thank you. Claim reward. Boom. So that was 60 grand right there. That's not bad. And that does flashy things. Reward system generation, you know, just like a one of those one-armed bandits, you know, slot machine. Okay, so run agricultural supply run liquor for 126. That's right up my alley. Oh, but you know what we're gonna do first? We're going to well, we always gotta fuel up, no matter what. Even if we got tons of fuel, because there's no disadvantage in buying like small amounts. And then we're gonna launch. I'm pretty sure I have my SRV. Yeah, I do. My ground vehicle. So spin around for me.
Ship released. Access corridor is clear.
Landing gear up. Wow. Not what I was wanting. Wow, I pressed onto that just too hard a little bit, didn't I? Woo! I'm surprised I didn't get fined for that. I probably did. See if I can even get it through. I'm rattled now. I don't know, something was blinking. I think that was just warning me of hull damage, potential hull damage. But, still mass locked. Stuff going on over here. Some pilots or fighters. Yeah, I'm out of here. Screw that. I don't need that. They're like, what's he carrying? But what am I carrying? Oh, I'm just going down to the planet. Oh, I'm out of here. I'm out of here, man. They're shooting at me. Thought they were actually shooting at me. Wow, that's a little nerve-wracking. Well, really what I want to do is, well, let's not do that. That's what I did not want to do. So we want to go to this planet here. This will help me. Oops, I touched circle. That's my speed burst. Here's Chango itself. So we'll go into hyperdrive, or hyper cruise, which is not a jump, but in between. I'll come on down. Now we're doing 1 million kilometers a second, 1.4. Obviously we've changed our speed. Alright, not what I was hoping for. I wanted to do the planetary entrance where we glide in. This is just going impulse power. And apparently it would take a long time, so I'm going to try this instead. Frame shift drive charging. Frame shift drive charging. Align with escape vector.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
So I keep just dropping instead of going into atmosphere. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's try one more time. I had troubles with this last night too. I wonder if it's because I don't have the planetary approach. Maybe I don't have that. That's probably what it is, and that would explain a lot. The planetary approach package. If I don't have that, so we can go look at that too in a second. But that would make sense why I'm not doing a boot, or I'm just coming in too shallow. Yeah, so maybe I'm without that inventory, fire groups, different modules, planetary vehicle. Defense. Wouldn't that be funny that I had a planetary vehicle but not a planetary entry module, which might be what's going on. So if that's the case, then I gotta go I don't even have a mission right now, but which is fine. I think I gotta go to Chango Dock again. Actually, you know what? If I go down here, I can see who has a shipyard and who doesn't. That's a big thing. Know which one's which, right? Or so I got Chango Dock, which to the left tells me that it has a shipyard, and then we have this research center, which does not have a shipyard. So Chango Dock it is. Alright. And then we're gonna check to see about purchasing or trading or getting, because I can't see my ship outfitted while I'm on space.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I can't imagine I would take my planetary approach, item out. That wouldn't make sense, but I don't know. We should check it. So making my way towards Chango Dock. And it's only in the million miles or kilometers, the millions, the MMs, the bigums, the M&Ms. Oh, I just touched that atmosphere. Fuck me big time. Oh, sorry. Fudged me. I had a bed.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I'm now gonna go try again, I guess, and stay out of the atmosphere. That atmosphere has been really working me over, hasn't it?
4, 3,
Getting no love in the atmosphere.
1.
I guess it's kind of the Earth feels, huh? Here. And just staying out of the atmosphere, hopefully. Gaining speed, coming in. Not too fast, not too slow. Come on, stuck at 200 kilometers, it's lame. Here goes. Now we're breaking that mass lock, like that gravitational field is changing. So 500 kilometers per hour now. Per second, rather, 500 kilometers per second. That was a nice one, huh? That was a quick little swoop in. Little dingle dangle. And I see the parts with lights. Man, in the beginning I used to just fly around this aimlessly looking. Now I see the lights. Time to ask for permission. Hey, can I get some docking?
Caution. Observe local speed limit. Landing permission granted. Proceed to landing pad 3.
I didn't mean to hit that burst of speed there. I tapped circle by accident. That didn't help me out much, did it? So I'm going to landing bay 36. He's locked up, brother.
2,000 meters from touchdown.
Scan detected.
Oh, let me land this, and I'll find out what he's locked out. I'm trying to get back into text. It says that you're in text right now. I'm trying to get back into text. I'm locked out, brother, it says. Trying to get back into text. C36 on the right. That was the worst.
Obstruction alert. Blocking access to landing pads is not permitted. Caution. Extend landing gear.
Landing gear.
Warning. Landing gear not deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
I lost it. I couldn't seem to rotate that other way properly for some reason. That's wrong. That just like kicked me. I have my landing gear down too. It just fucked with me. Maybe I gotta bring out the landing gear earlier or something, but it should be down right now, and I can check. But and I indicate that it's down on my front screen. Yeah, there's some kind of blockage there, like some invisible. Yeah, it's kicking me to the right. We're weird. Alright, how about this?
Landing
Try.
gear retracted.
Wow. Yeah, something's not right, man. I'm not like syncing with the ground or some. I think I'm just gonna get the hell out of here before I. Well, let's try it one more time. 36. And I'd hate to lose 40 grand just by this. Landing gear is down. Going down now. Coming in nice and smooth.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, come on. How much better does it get than that? I mean, is this 36, right? I mean, do I have, like, shit on my hanging off the bottom or something? It's just pushing me away. Yeah, it's weird. Something invisible's there. Something's not right. Like,
Welcome to our station.
I'm just getting out of there. Landing gear up.
Landing gear retracted.
I'd just rather go somewhere else. Or maybe what, start up. Or come back. Yeah, something, I know it, I see what he's saying, gotta be on, but fuck. I mean, F. I mean, I don't know how much, it was just some weird invisible blockage there or something. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna, here's this, we're gonna go to contacts and say, hey, cancel docking. What did I do? Oh, okay.
Canceling docking request.
At least we'll, yeah, and then coming in again, I think. Why not? So within, go ahead and request Shango dock, request dock. Okay.
Landing authorized. Assigned to landing pad.
Reduce speed to 1/4. Using upward thruster here with the right analog stick. Right up thruster and some right analog also stick, just to keep that nose. And I'm using left stick to kind of match this roll as we go through. And now it's 44, so thankfully it's a different. Now I have landing gear is down, approaching at 30 meters per second.
Hunter gear deployed.
Am I clear? I wonder if I have something hanging off my ship. Weird. Alright. I see the blast pad is the rear of where you're going. So that was a big discovery, folks. When you see the side that has a blast pad, that's the side that you're going to be the rear side. Yeah, why am I not taking? Okay, let's try something else. Alright. How about this now? Now you like this. And I'm gonna look underneath. Okay, elevation is L2 and R2.
Landing gear retracted.
Alright, so confirm that landing gear is functional and there's no blockage.
Loitering is a crime, punishable by death.
44.
Welcome to our station.
That's 44. Right there.
Be aware of oncoming traffic in the access corridor. Observe minimal appearances.
We have landing gear down, and that's all we should need. Can't believe this is bugging out so bad.
Welcome to our station. Fly smart, fly safe. Reduce your speed inside the docking bay.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I was gonna. I had doubts and really started having doubts. So I enter the hangar and go to starport. I killed 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah, you got an additional. So let's see, mission board. Oh, turns out this is kind of your home screen here, you know? And if you go like this, then we can see if we have any open. So I do have a fine in Butis Democratus, and I got that for, so I don't know, I could go put 2 fines for starport services. I think if I go to the contacts, I can see, oh, I have black market but not available to me, but all fines combined. So we'll just go confirm and pay that. Alright, and then mission board. Take down a pirate lord, that's a little much. Oh, I know what we're coming here for too. We were looking to make sure I had a planetary approach item. So if I don't, then I'm being dumb. That means that's why I couldn't blast. Planetary approach, sweet, right there. It's a 1 eye. Let's see what we could do about that. No, that's it. In close proximity to planets. Yeah, I copy that. I'm getting some food ready. Yeah, I'm gonna just continue. So I do have the SRV and I have the planetary approach, so I'm a little spaced. I can't explain why I'm having such troubles, but that being said, if I do have the SRV, the missions are oops. Going back to mission board. I struggle with this sometimes. This is an adaptation of a mouse game to place with analog stick. It's dual. Take down the pirate lord or boom delivery of 4 units of beer. $107,000 for getting some beer out to them. That sounds good to me. That's $100 grand for just a quick delivery. I might even be able to tack on another. But if I open it up, I'm going to be taking it to all in Enterprise. Must remember that. So I select on the map all in Enterprise, and the map takes forever to generate, but it's okay because there's a billion stars, so I don't care. All in Enterprise though is where I'm going to go. So I go to the system map, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the system map. All in Enterprise. If I look at that route, that's only 1 single jump. And I don't see the security being a... Let's make sure we're showing our security. Yeah. So security's not an issue. So we're gonna accept that mission. That's an Owlin.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Oh, is that right? I wouldn't have thought. But okay, that's cool. Maximum capacity. That means that I have some items to actually sell from my inside my bay. Hey, 'cause if it's just 4 units, I should have more. So there's nano breakers that I have for sale. And I'll get rid of them. That's freed up 4 spaces and gave me some cash. So now I have 4 spaces to use for more mission if I want. Which I don't want to take down the Lord. Or the Pirate Lord. Planetary scan job. Now that's interesting to me. Where though? Why that's not that? I guess it exceeds my current. For some reason I'm not allowed to do that one, but okay. You donate money. I don't think I want to do that. Mining resource return agri medicines. That's only 10,000. Mushing mining rush. No. I can prevent a magical emergency, but I don't know. Those are 2 units. Oh, see, now look at that. 2 units to the same place I'm already going. Aren't I already going to All-In? Let's just confirm that. All-In. See. How would I confirm that? Yeah, All-In. I'll take that too. That makes for a nice run. And a courier job, but that's going to G239. I don't think I want to add that. Secure information needs delivering. Carries. Not feeling it. Not for the price. I feel like we're doing well with our runner as it is. So we're stocked up. Yeah, I think that's good to go. Let's get out of here and go to launch. Launching initiated. Initiating launch. Launch code has been activated. Activating in now. Now. Launching. Now it says 0 people. Are you still there? Is that right? Are you not on it anymore? Or I no longer have a viewer?
Landing gear retracted.
Do you have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Loitering is a violation.
Can't be speeding, but you gotta get out of their mass lock. I see that we're trying to bring our waypoint to bear. Maximum impulse, get away from this mass. And mass lock should be breaking. Looking on the bottom left. Mass lock broken. Initiating. Yeah, it's interesting you said I'm here. So I see up above, like it shows me like a person and it shows 0. Yeah, and I see you just said keep it going. Yeah, because it's worth, if it's worth you watching, I'll do it. But otherwise, it's not full screen, you know? But it's still very playable and functional. But, you know? But it's weird, I just don't see it, you as a person up on the top. But you do see your comments. 35 of them. Yeah, that, for all you know, your comments will, like, put me on a leaderboard somewhere else, you know? Alright, so here we are. We're in Aulin, and we're making our way to... Please tell me that I'm going to the same spot. That'd be awesome. I'm going to the same spot, but I know this first one's to Aulin Enterprise. I probably could have done more with... I'm only doing 1.7 light, 2 light, 3 light, you know? So I'm getting there, but... 81... Maybe I should get my picture up. Well, yeah, it doesn't show even, in my case... Oh, shit. You're coming in way too hot. Oh, here's an interdiction. Here's an interdiction. Someone trying to take me out. Oh, my God. I'm submitting to the interdiction.
Scan detected. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, I'm silent. Someone just pulled me out of orbit and now scanning me. I'm trying to get a frame shift drive activated. Here it comes, so hopefully I can get out of here. He might want my beer, and what else? Beer and liquor, dude. I'm bringing beer and liquor. Like, I'm the perfect guy to bust up. But then the party won't happen, you know? There's Nirvana. We'll go check out Nirvana. That's the planet right there, huh? I'm gonna land no matter what this time too with them. Not the, I mean this I'll get. I want to get on a planet though and show you that. That's ridiculous. Interesting too to see how many gravitations like that. Gravities, you know, G's that planet pulls. They'll have every single detail on its ellipse and its transitions, and I mean, they have all the astronomy and all the math is actually done in this game, you know? Which is why I gotta do this kind of zoom in thing. Yeah, hell yeah, that's right. Like, if you go look at this up in the map and the systems, it'll tell you what Aulin Enterprise's gravitation is and its spiralation and its, you know, disengage ready. So, hopefully this docking goes smooth, because there's a lot of money on this. I think this is like almost 200 grand or something like that, or just some money. So we immediately see the shape of this place. It's not the weird box. Gotta ask permission, or you'll lose $40,000 because you're a dumbass. Trust me, I've done it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's tapping circle. That's a thrust boost. I'm sure they don't like that. So that put me out pretty far, that one boost, huh? having to rotate this. As the world's rotating around me, I'm using left analog to counter that rotate and use right analog opposite each other to kind of get that split. I'm going to number 16, which is below us here. That can be one of the hardest parts. The story really gets confounded, which is finding his base station, you know, or his landing spot. So I'm kind of looking for the backplate. Oh my god, that's bad.
Attention, Commander. You have not deployed landing gear.
So if I look at this,
Deployed.
I see a plate on the backside. That's going to be my rear, I believe. So they really screwed me on this one. I'm trying to get up and around, but it's alright. I'll do it. Don't be like that. I'm hung up on something. Oh, come on.
This is a flight termination announcement. Please proceed to land on your assigned docking pad within the time limit and refrain from obstructing other areas.
Alright, Starport Services. So I might even just, if I'm going to be doing these runs, I mean, I can pull them off, but damn, sometimes they're hard. It's freaking hard. So we'll go enter in since it saves this animation. And if I go to mission board, I should have 2 now, or 1 at least, 1. Here it is, claim record. So that jumped me up to 470,000. So I would go here probably and immediately refuel, even though it's just pittance. It's just a habit that you have to have, or you're just a dummy. And if I look at my other mission here, I'll go back to my home screen, which is pretty much my target. Oh, and more on that. Hopefully, I don't know if you're here or could hear, but I'll show you a little more of the ship here. If I hold circle, here's my balls, and this is how I can do jump in the SRV and deploy it. You can see a picture of it. Shows my fighters and my crew if they were here on there. Then on the right hand side is my status, my modules, fire groups, my inventory. That shows me what I'm holding in the ship for the cargo. Right now I'm holding liquid and nano breakers. And then my functions, which include silent running, beacons, external lights, flight assist, rotational correction. This is also where I go and reboot my system if I overpower out and reboot from scratch. That sucks, let me tell you that. But otherwise, yeah, if I go back to here and look at transactions, oh no, yeah, contracts. I see you said cool. That's nice to know you're watching. So now if I'm at Owlin is where I'm supposed to go. Simon's Progress is where I'm supposed to go. So I'm going to do that here. I'm kind of do Simon's Progress. Oops. One of the things I'm going to show you right now, if you're watching that, is this shows, for example, the region, right? And so if I come here, I can actually show you that this is showing just trade and only coffee. I did this as a demonstration of stories so we could track and be able to see commodities. If you look closely, you can actually see which direction the progress is going, where the trade is going, and who's making it. So this is just for, so if I show trade routes and I show all, oops, by going here, you can now see all the trade that's going in that area of different kinds of metals and different kinds of stuff based off of. Now also, if we back out and look at this area, you see it's green and blues and all that. That shows the security. Right now we're using a security filter, but I can change it to say like economy or government. Typically, I like it to say security, so I have an idea. So if I zoom out enough and I drag myself away from the world, you can see, if we look a little closer, see the reds now? Some anarchy going on. We've got like pure war going on in some of those, a little more. Now look at all these planets. Each one of these is a solar system, rather, with multiple stars, you know, multiple freaking planets. And you can see now we're just in green. This is all low security. There's no low. That's bad. If we look here too, you can look and go across. Oops. Oh, here's another crazy, crazy thing. You want to brace yourself, or if you're eating or whatever, prepare yourself for this. But this is crazy. So I'm backing myself back to where we were, right? But we're looking at the world. Our world is sort of in this map context. That's where we are. We're in Owlin, right? But then you do this. So as much as it's like this big, like in this direction, it just goes crazy. And we can see that's like all probably even undone space, like places that have never been seen. But this is where it gets crazy. Then you click square, and now you go up and down. And that allows you to see the frickin' just goes and goes up and down as for pretty much as far as you can imagine, I guess. It's really hard to describe, but anyways, that's some of the cooler stuff you can do with these maps. Most of the time though, you're just doing it to be in realistic mode, but in this case I'm gonna pop out. So I know where we're going though. If we go to navigation in Owlin here, we see that we're going to Simon's Progress. Boom. Lock. I'm gonna launch. So this should make us some good money. Hopefully we don't get interdicted again or whatever. That was uncool. That was a little nerve-wracking. See, you can't even put the controller down. Like, yeah, this back rear station sucks. Being pointed at the very edge there, that sucks ball. But, oh, I guess, well, it's easy enough. Too fast, and we're going to bring in that landing gear. See, I got speeding on the bottom right. It says speeding. Right, so just below 100. But now we're going to, I think we're out of their influence now. We can boost this up a little bit. And there's Simon's Progress. Mass lock still. Charging. Yeah. Yeah, recruit some followers. And they just send me herb and I just puff and play. And they pay and they get some ad dollars. Some AdSense. So here we are moving in 20. We can see how we're speeding time up. We're doing 5.8 million kilometers, I think that is. Million kilometers per second. I might think that. You should call them mils. M&Ms. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go to Simon's Progress first, and then we'll go on a planet. Because that planet thing is super awesome, actually, and I want to get it right. I don't know why I'm having troubles with it. I confirmed I had a planetary. So here we are. So the light years is not showing on this for the moment. It's not showing properly. 881. I mean, I'm doing 1.7 light, 1.2 light. So this, we're just speeding up and speeding up. We got to land on this Owlin 4 to get rid of the booze that's in our, and then we'll have done 2 missions just with 1 jump set. That's unusually awesome. Just being aware that 2 different missions, but they weren't lucky enough to be in the same exact station. So now we're coming into Owlin, and yeah, so 200 light seconds. Alright, so it's telling me to slow down. I want to mostly, if you look at the bottom, try to peel this off, break the speed lock. It's got too much. Just got too. Yeah, we want to go to Nirvana if we're going to go to a planet after this. Alright, so 27 light. I just got going. If you look at my speed is on the right hand side of the circle, you know, 1 point C, you can see it rise. And my throttle settings are the right hand side of the circle being my heads up display, or my big map, if you will, the big radar. So on that is a light blue indicator, and it's pretty much tries to suggest where you got to have the speed throttle to be able to get a proper connection. Now this is a Sidewinder. This is Traven Stormkeep in a Sidewinder. But what I need to do here is actually get my lock back on with my navigation. Simon's Progress. Right now we're back on lock. So 4 light year seconds from Simon. We're going to come smoothly. 2 light seconds. That'll break into millions, the MMs. Once we get down to the 1 light second, it'll be million kilometers. I think. MM, big M, I don't know what they're. Oh, we might be landing on this. No. No. Oh, we could try to land on Owlin. Simon's Progress looks to be. Actually, it looks like it's on the ground. I'm gonna throw some lights on. But that one doesn't do anything. Oh, here we are. We're getting a glide scope. Registration. Alright, glide engage. This is what I've been looking for. So 180 kilometers is a long ways, you know? But we're doing 2,500 meters per second. So we're doing 2.5 kilometers per second. And the longer we get to keep this glide kind of going, the better. Because if we drop out of this glide, when we do, we'll be limited to just impulse power, which is approximately 300 plus. So we're doing well over the 300 by soaking up this glide and making the most of this. We're really soaking up those kilometers. We can see 83, 80 kilometers. Yeah, I wonder if, I don't think he's allowed to watch. Yeah, I don't think he's allowed to watch, but you're right. I should just at least text him it and say. And since it's broadcast, it's just like you just turn it on whenever, right? So glide's complete. 15 kilometers. So we don't have much to go. 12 kilometers. It's very doable. So we're gonna come in and check out Simon's Progress.
Restrict your speed when approaching this surface port, Commander.
They're Russian sounding, so we don't want to mess with them. I just know that. Let's abide by the speed limit. I'm going to switch to system optimization, recharge everything, make sure my shields are strong or quick to recharge. Alright, so we're gonna go and ask for permission. So you gotta always ask. Landing pad 3. I'm guessing it's the bright one over here. The big bright one. There's might be more, but that one's bright. And we're coming in. We're actually on a planet right now, sort of. So I have to land here first and get rid of the booze, and then we're gonna go to the actually planet side.
Descend to flight level 50.
Landing gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
Ooh yeah. Starport services will enter hangar and starport services.
Welcome, Commander.
Yeah. See us go head to head. Well, that's how we play as friends, pretty much. You know, he's upset most of the time. I'm refueling, and then if we go to mission board, we should be able to. And so now that pretty much that did that mission. So now I just hit over 5 million. Now does this place have? It has no. I have no I can outfit, I guess, which is always worth checking out. And right now I have a pretty expensive power system that's allowing me an excess power boost, like our options. So, optional internals could include 2G. What I'd really like is maybe see a G is better than an H. Whatever's closer to A is the highest grade. So I have 21,000, so pretty much could reduce my power draw with that. More cheaper item, but I don't know why. This would reduce also increase my weight, which I don't want. Having lower weight is allowing me now to jump at 9.32 light years, 3 point light at the very bottom, where it says jump min, current, and max. That's my light year travel distances, and that's what allows me pretty much to, you know, get about and do more missions. So ultimately, actually, I'm all set on. We're gonna go get on the planet since we're here, and we actually successfully. So we launch, and we're just gonna go drive off, or just fly off a little around the corner.
Landing coupler disengaged. Make way for oncoming traffic.
So we're clearing the traffic, or we'll get fined and shot. So now I'm gonna turn on my ship lights. Okay. So here we are between, and this will work because so landing gear is still down. It says unsuitable terrain. I find that improbable, but
Scan detected.
that's really neat, right? But I want to to land kind of near here. And maybe it's not letting me put that reason up because I want to. Landing here, maybe it can't be mass locked. I doubt that's true though. No, the mass locked to the planet, so that's different. I see on the map it turned like white, or alright, so now, no, this is a planet or any one of our planets. When you say, is this the planet? We have to come here anyways. And so we just have, why go off and then come back down? I mostly want to show you this mechanic here, where I'm holding my roll and I look at my badge and I deploy. And we're doing this on the dark side of the planet. Maybe we get on the light again, I don't know. But now, did I have my lights on when I landed? I think I did. Why is it not letting me go underneath that like that? Really working my nerve, huh? How is my ship got lights too, right? So I can bring myself over to my ship's lights. But then I can also go like this and then look at this from behind. Now what else is neat is I can, that's my handbrake. See my foot brake? Now I'm in parking brakes on. That's circle. Circle's parking brake. But I have lights as well, I think is on this, so that's triangle. Now probably have to come out of this view to, but here's my lights. Oh, wrong button. Headlights. So low and then highs, then off. And then I turn my brake off, and then I can kind of see I can actually get moving. Now we might be a little bit higher than 1G or the same or lower, but oh, and I have booster rockets too. And when I find items, I then go and pick them up in my cargo bay, you know, which I have like this, and it's just like cargo scoop, headlights. So that what I'd normally do is would have to land, go find some objects on the ground that relate to a mission, or this too. Oh, let me see. It's got this too. Pressing square gives me my turret. So now I'm in a turret view. This is where I can. Oops, violating no fire. I just got a fine for that, so I got to get out of here. I have to fold up that. That's bad. Handbrake's on. I didn't want to shoot there because I'm near this station. I just got fined money for doing that, but yeah, I can. Anyways, pretty awesome, huh? I mean, how awesome? So I can board the ship by going like this and looking down again. And this is where I could transfer items from my ship or to activate turret or I don't know what other things that means. Oh no, no, that's wrong. But in this case, it's board ship. So it's gonna pull me up. And then I'm in my ship again. We start from a dead machine. So I gotta hold the right stick to boot, to initiate, gear up.
Retracted.
Pointing straight up in the air. Maximum speed 320 maybe, 317. 317. Plus a little boost.
Clear of the port. Flight control out.
Alright. Yeah, that's nice. Getting some tomatoes in your marinara, huh? That's a good thing. Oh, did you see my Amazon purchased Whole Foods? Crazy. Have you seen the prices drop at all? I'm doubtful that that would be the goods. Alright. So one thing I kind of screwed up on that was I didn't get a mission from that place. So maybe actually before I get going too far, before I get going, Simon's Progress is probably where I want to preferably get a mission that takes me kind of where I need to go, but it's a delivery, not a pickup and return. I don't really want that.
Frameshift drive charging.
We have visual. Continue on current flight path, Commander. Request approved. Cleared for landing on docking bay 01.
Looks like it could be the other direction. Oh, no. I see I have to be sideways. So I finally learned after doing it like 25 times that the part that has the backsplash, like the plate with the arrow in this case that I'm kind of flying towards.
Attention. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
So now I see that there's one person, like when it, actually when I look on the top, I have a very crude thing that shows a person's head as I guess people, and then comment, like icon that shows 58. And before when you were commenting, I didn't see you as a person. Now I'm seeing a person, like a watcher, I guess a viewer. So that's a good way for me to tell. So I think what I'm going to do is give you a call. Why don't you call me or I call you, whichever's better. And that way I can take a puff and a sip with some water or something. I'm parched. This is a good spot as any to take at least a breather. Maybe a cigarette even. You don't have to, yeah, you can update your pic, but it won't show up on this. It doesn't show the face. It just shows a little tiny head icon, but not an actual person or the picture. It's super crude. It's just, Because remember, I'm still playing my game, but on a smaller portion of my screen, so I can see the side, which actually isn't that that bad. It's still plenty, and I don't see a loss in you know in Okay, so okay, yeah, then should I just start? I'm going to continue broadcasting this for the moment too, though, and just keep touch in when I see you on them. I'm only going to be like 4 minutes, so you know. But I'm going to actually try to send this link to Story and see what he says about it. So I'm going to just stay online on my headphones too. All right. I guess we'll start with the V8. I have a V8. All right. Our V8 went down well. Guess I have to put a shirt on to have a cigarette. Yeah, I'm still on. I think. I'm just going to have a cigarette. I just got to find a shirt to have a cigarette. And then, so I'm going to go upstairs for a moment to get a lighter, or a shirt, I mean. This will do. Shirt up over the headphones. So yeah, you can see that this game is pretty freaking intense. I mean, there's a lot going on, isn't there? And to boot, I'm kind of making it look easy. Like, I know there's moments when it's like, come on. I promise you that was some glitch. Because I was hitting that just right, I thought. Now I'm struggling to find the cigarettes. So I'm pacing up. They're under my wallet. So yeah, now I'm out front, and it's overcast, clouds, but no rain. I'd say it's probably 85 degrees out. but it's kind of darkish, you know. Yeah, and yeah. So now I'm just pretty much. I don't know if Story's actually listening in or I don't think anybody else is probably care about my broadcast. If they are, I apologize. I'm within earshot, within Bluetooth range. But I'm AFK for the moment. Just having a cigarette and kind of having a one-way conversation with my buddy Aaron, who wanted to see the game. Aaron does not have a PlayStation 4 yet. He's somehow it's incapable of getting $200 together to save his life, you know? In fact, he's been working on that for years now. It's a year anniversary coming up on the Reno trip that I spent thousands on. But someday, Aaron's gonna just trade in his PS3 and realize, hey, it's time. And then he can actually play with me, or even just watch the PlayStation Network instead of doing a broadcast. Although I wonder if the broadcast works well. It was pretty easy to set up, really, but you had to have a YouTube account to start with. And thankfully, I'm within that whole Google family. I really could not imagine. I would hate to get a job where they offered me an iPhone. I would not know what to do. I would have 2 phones, is what I would, you know? Because everything for me is Google and everything. Even my TV, I purposely bought an Android TV. That was one of the best purchases. To be synchronized with my YouTube. My YouTube on an Android TV is the best YouTube. Partly because it just does playlists and auto searches, so it plays all night for me. I go to bed with a B-17 Liberator bomber. I wake up to, you know, how the Russians, you know, built dam busters, or boat submarine documentary still going on in the background. Oh, and the other thing I do a lot of is I watch 20 streams of South Park. Oh, I love it. Although all the streams are the same little 7-bit or 7 to 10 episodes, all streaming the same thing. It sucks. 25 people doing it, and they're all doing the same 15, 20 videos. So it's really awesome at first, but it gets old because I've seen the cycles. I'm thinking about doing my own. And actually, this might be the first steps to that, you know? doing a stream. Right now it says I have 0 people. Amarillo says, where's the cougar? But when I was outside the ship, actually there's 2 cougars now. 2 cougars. That night, I didn't go. I went out to Papa G's the next night instead of going the night before the McGregor fight, and I had some swagger. Yeah. So I suppose I could do a mission and then maybe a brief break. That's kind of how this game goes. Do a mission, cool down. 500,000 though. That's pretty good. So look, I like to start at the top, and then requirements not met. Available trade data salvage contract. Oh, destination Styx. I like Styx as a series. That's not a. It's only 33,000 though. I'm kind of require big money now to do anything. Blackbox salvage for refinery. Buddhist. I think we're going back to the Cougar Hunter. Yeah. I went to the Papa G's and I was walking in there just fresh shaved, and because I'd had a beard, and there was a woman crying in the front seat of her car with another younger woman going, "Come on, it's gonna be all right. No, don't worry." And I just made note, and I wanted to. Anytime I see that, it always hurts me to see a woman crying, you know. And so. Anyways, I later saw her dolled back up, you know. She's my age, you know. And we just chatted a bit, and I was aloof. There was some guy, a younger guy, who worked at Amazon who was kind of hitting on her, and I broke in just to say, "Hey, you look so much nicer with you know, a smile on your face instead of tears. I hope nothing's really too wrong, and just know things are going to get better. You know, that kind of nicety. And he didn't really like that. But so I just kind of stood off and didn't really care, you know. Like she later came by and talked to me and put her hand on my chest, and I'd said, "Oh, I just want to hug a, you know, woman crying." And at some point, I'd slipped it in and said, "You ready for your hug then?" And I gave her a nice hug, and then she was talking about how sweet I was and how intelligent and all that. And of course, I was like, you know, I said, really, it's just empathy. You know, if only the world could be more empathetic, then we'd really just be living in a different planet, you know. And she'd said she'd done some personality test that said she was too empathetic, and that would be the death of her. I don't know if she's being melodramatic or whatever. But anyways, so then I went and sat, and I just said to her, hey, I'm not trying to talk to you right now or over there because I don't want to, you know, break up his game. And she was like, and I said, I don't know who he is, but I'm an ultimate wingman, you know, even for other guys. So we chatted just enough. She returned. Anyways, we made some significant eye contact. Later, I got her name. And then when I said goodbye, because she was pointing to me and pointing me out to two other dudes who were trying to mac on. It was getting late in the night, like 1-ish. And so it was getting like that time, you know. So anyways, I kissed her on my way out. I kissed her on the cheek and said goodbye. Well, it turns out, dude, I was talking a story yesterday, smoking a cigarette out front, and she was at the mailbox. She lives right in my apartment complex. Stephanie does. So, that's good. Yeah, I actually was kind of cool as ice. Yeah, I went and talked to this other chick who had a shirt that said uber cute, and she was. And she kept putting her legs out, like, apart, you know? She was sitting there and just leaning back, you know? So some of us guys were like, dude, that's available, you know? So, and I went up to her and I said, hey, does your Uber have an umlaut? Because her hair was pointing down. It gave me an opportunity to point right at her titties, too. And we chatted about symmetry and facial symmetry and how dogs recognize something to that effect. Anyways, that was Ashley. She was cute. But yeah, I was walking up to chicks who I had no business talking to and not giving a fudge. I didn't fudge or any of that. So, so I guess what I'd like to kind of do is go back towards my home base. If I go to passenger, I don't really have my passenger set, my cargo passenger set there. And they don't have many contracts. But look at these contracts. They're $9 million. But they're not met. I can't meet any of them. So I'm stuck with pretty much just these crappy missions. And the goal would be just to kind of work my way back. Yeah, that's true. It's just talk. Make sure you don't type something that'll get me banned. But yeah. Or whatever that means. I don't know how this works. I'm trying to be mostly politically correct. Clean out the I Buddhist Democratic Goliath. Clean out the Goliath, huh? That's a lot of credits. That looks good. That'd be nice, right? Need to eliminate one Goliath in the Democrates. You have to intelligence say to be in the I Buddhist. Find your targets at the penal colony. Oh. There's no fine if I lose, but I lose my ship. We need you to eliminate a Goliath. One Goliath. I don't know, man. That's probably... And it exceeds my current rank, and I'm not very good with combat that I know of. You know? Although let's see if there's a fitting. Oh, there is outfitting here. I do have pretty good... I have pretty good cannons. I got what's called two cargo-spaced units. Like, each one of them is $160,000 for the credits, you know, from each of my big guns that I have. But this will show... I also have 2 slots that I'm holding mining weapons on. And I could probably see my turrets below. The top 2 are mining. So I'd be curious if I can buy by cannons, multi-cannon, torpedoes. That'd be interesting. 11,000 for a torpedo pylon. That'd be intriguing. And then I'd go to buy options and say store the old unit. I don't want to get rid of it, so. Let's see what a torpedo bay looks like. Oh, torpedoes. Well, we gotta do the same to this side then. Store the old unit instead of selling it. There's my new. So now, having done that though, we have to change the hard points. We're just going to do that right now. And to do that, we're going to go to the bottom panel here, and we change our fire groups. So now, right now, I have it so that torpedoes would go off on 3, and I'd have 2 as countermeasures. I suppose I could, yeah, that'd still work, right? Go to torpedoes solely as 1, and I'd always have the second button to be my electronic countermeasures. Or I can link, so I got a discovery mode. I guess this would work. Instead of being a mining mode, it'd just be torpedo mode. Or I could change these designations to be so it shoots a torpedo along with the on the same button press, you know, and just be a full-blown strike, you know. Or do I want my torpedoes to be separate? Well, let's just try it this way. And this way we'll. Right, so those are my fire groups. Sounds good, he says. Yeah, so I have a discovery and a full-blown like FU fucking. Now, oh, one thing we gotta do too though is we gotta make sure my power grid's gonna handle all that. So I'm gonna just double check the outfitting. Yeah, so I see that retracted I'm using 7.7 milliwatts or megawatts, and I'll be using 9.7 with yeah, full strike. 9.7, so I have some more space for more, maybe more juice. I could have maybe put lasers on there instead of torpedoes. Torpedoes are going to cost, but I think they're auto-piloted, you know, type thing. So I'm into that. Otherwise, I'd probably just look at my internals and see that maybe it'd be better to, if I'm going to go, what would be good for my internal bay? If I was going to, I could throw in a hull reinforcement. It's a module reinforcement. Module guide designed to house ground-based, oh wait, wait, there it is. Protects modules against weapons fire that penetrates the hull. Interesting. So. Oh really? Or you saw someone online? I think I have a delayed. Right now I'm showing 0 quote people, or those little people icons we talked about. So I suppose a shield generator wouldn't be bad to have in here. Nope. It turns out I exceed. What's wrong with this? Module type limit exceeded. Oh, I think I have one of these already, a shield generator. Why would they show it to me then? But that's weird. So to make me a full badass, I guess I would try to do. I don't know. Hull reinforcement? That further reduces my power usage, which is fine. But I guess I have to have something in there, huh? I guess that bay is neat enough to be able to drive the car about, and it allows for more missions. But again, if I was gonna go for survival, but then once I take it out, I leave it at this station. I can put it in a shared box, which is 60 pieces only, and those can be sent to other locations, but you have to actually wait time. Like it's 5 minutes minimum, up to 10, whatever, depending on the distance, and you pay to have those items transferred. Not a huge sum, but it reduces you from being able to just jump and move your pieces all around. You know, it kind of adds some realism to the game, which I like. I can't fault it. I'm gonna stick with what I got and probably not bother with that fighting mission. Let's see what's going on here. I'm sure. Clean out the Buddhist Goliath. Oh man. Let's try it. Let's just see what happens. Let's open. Clean out the Buddhist Democrats Goliath. This might not go well though. Buddhist Buddhist select. I think am I already there or something? No. I'm one jump away. See the orange? That's my jump that I'd have to make to get there. So, we got it dialed in, so now we'll accept. We come back out and confirm we're all loaded up with refuel and restock all. See that? 30,000 bucks. That's for all the torpedoes. That's for the torpedoes. We'll top off on fuel. And then we're going to go back one more. Go to launch. Are there any potential enemies nearby? Well, we're actually going to go to a station. This next one we're teleporting to is actually going to be a kill mission. We're actually going to go and hunt a Goliath, I guess. The Democrats' Goliath. And we're going to blow it out of the sky, I hope. Or it's on the ground or something. I don't know. So...
Detach confirmed. You are go for departure.
Landing gear up. Alright, so we don't have a lock though on our next position, so navigation. Alright, so it's obscured. The pathway is obscured by this big fat planet, which makes sense. So instead we're going to point out, touch triangle, hold it. We're going to go, hey, let's go super cruise. So now go get an escape velocity for vector.
3, 2, 1, engage.
And we're blasting forward. So I want to hit that yellow below that, or we'll enter the orbit. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to get out, away from it. So you see my big map, the red circle, my paper map I call it, because it's one-dimensional like a flat sheet. It's red still. That's showing that we're in the atmosphere. See now the map pulling out of that atmosphere. So now we're going to see our speed go up from just kilometers per second, and see how it's rising and rising. So if we look now, as we're doing 100 kilometers a second, gaining speed, I should be able to start pulling in we're cruising around this planet, like staying outside of its orbit. But there's Buddhist now, exposed. So now we are on our way. This is one jump, and then we're finding a Goliath, and hopefully gonna strike it and destroy it and get out of there, and we'll make 100 grand. Or we go and die. I'm not sure which. Probably should have paid more for a shielding or something, or I'm not really much of a fighter vehicle. But we'll see what happens. I don't know what a Goliath is. Alright, so we're going to take a look at our transactions. So you clean out the Goliath. System iBoot is target settlement, the penal colony. Higginbotham. That's right up here. So we'll go ahead and lock destination. See if we can't get a... There it is. So we can see on my speed there, it says I'm doing 18.C, 18.9, pretty much 20C. See that in my bottom right of my, or my top right of my map, my red circle? That C stands for light, MC squared, E equals MC. So we're doing 24 times the speed of light. That's my interpretation of this. So we see we got 20,000 light seconds still to go, right? We got to get some more speed going. But notice we just continue. I'm not even having to add thrust. It just, so hopefully this goes a little faster than the actual 9 minutes it's indicating. That suck. But 38C is pretty badass. Like 40C, 44, yeah, he says. 45, 46, 47. We're gaining a lot of speed now. So we're going to see those light seconds dwindle. Yeah, 18,000. Just going to keep ripping it. We're ripping 60C, 60 light. Although this one is taking longer. I don't know if sometimes you can slingshot around the Earth, like a planet or a section, to use it at speed. Yeah, power boost doesn't work in this hyper mode. That power boost is for when I'm on impulse, and mostly just to fuck me over or story over. Seems what its big deal is. Alright, so now we're moving like in the 16, like I'm counting 16, 16.4. We should be getting a little, we just hit 102 light, 105, 106, we're gaining gangbusters. So that number should start dwindling pretty fast. There's a lot of lag on the text, he says. I just read that just now. So you click on it and then it takes a while for it to actually print up. That's interesting. That's interesting. We could test it, I guess, and you could have the test one ready, say, and when I say 3, 2, 1 test, then you send the text out, and then we could see what the lag's like. Or the lag's probably both directions too, huh? Maybe not. Yeah. I speak. Maybe there's actually quite a bit of a... I wonder how live it really is too. Like there's got to be a delay, right? And the computer grabbing this, forwarding it, sending it up, somehow uploading it. Like it's crazy how much data I'm uploading right now compared to like only with fiber optic or with 30 seconds he thinks. Wow, that's fair. I mean, that's fair. So 30 seconds before, probably, yeah, it's probably 30 seconds to upload it and then have it be accessible and then shoot out to your direction. It's just kind of crazy or mind-bending that you're even watching this right now, to be honest with you. But yeah, I wouldn't be upset if there was a whole minute practically. Yeah, maybe longer, he says. I'm reading him pretty much as soon as I see him now to give you an indication. But man, this one's taking a while. What happened with... We dropped down to 60C. We're dropping in light. Boy, this one's far. I don't like this. Now, one thing I should do though is I should check, right, to see where am I going next. So if I am shooting people up, I want to be like, know where I'm going. And then I'm returning at Simon's progress, right? So if I go, I gotta want to put it Simon's progress in once I don't want to whip past this either though. Penal colony. Oh, and I gotta make sure this is my pulse laser. I'm rethinking that if I have torpedoes though, only a certain amount. Don't I want to have them on a separate circuit? coming in too hot. It's not gonna let me stop. I did actually. I somehow still pulled that off. No, I lied. Wow. I mean, I had throttle all the way off that whole time. I was just ripping coasting. Like, dust ball. See how it's not in yellow? That's because it's obscured by the planet. So even though there's a dot there, now that's some other guy in hyperspace. That's him in hyperspace. I'm pretty sure. That's shiny, that comet-like thing. Am I landing on the planet? Looks like someone else is doing the similar, huh? Low energy FSD, so that means the small ship just did a turbo wake. He just lifted off. Oh, I don't know what the Goliath is. Oh, yeah. No, that was the Bernie boat, huh? No, what's the Goliath? That's the Goliath. No, I don't think so. I think I'm supposed to go to the Higgins colony to see it. Let's just confirm. Find your targets at the Higginbotham penal colony. So I'm coming here to see my targets. And so we might be a ground battle actually. So I wish I'd known that. I could have maybe tried to build up my Scarab or something, but I'm not really sure what's happening. So we're coming in on the glide, obviously, and I'm trying to use that glide to suck up all those kilometers. I'm going 2,500 meters. If I go too far down right now, I'll dip and break this glide. There's the glide's complete. So I'm maximizing my engine by pressing up directional to the right-hand side of where you see my little ship icon on the bottom. On the right-hand side, you see System, Engine, and Webs. You can see I'm clicking that and making changes there. And that's making so I can divert power to, say, my engines as it's maximized, and that gives me max power. Or I can switch to weapons to charge and maximize my weapon systems, you know, in there. Or my systems, which is like my FSD charger or my shields and such. So typically I fly with the max energize or engines. And yeah, we're just coming in. We're waiting for the 7,000 mark. And we're 7,500 kilometers or meters rather. So here it comes. 8-1. So ask seconds before. Oops. Okay. So that's in red. That's not good. That guy's in red. And I'm not seeing a means to land there, are you? So I'm a little nervous about that. Okay, I entered trespass and got out of it. So that's good. So I'm finding it near, I guess I'm just finding the enemy near here. Let's do a scanning. Because I didn't see a contact for... You can slow down a little bit, huh? Captain Janovic, though, he's chilling. Commander Janovic, I don't know what he's out here doing. That makes me nervous.
Frameshift charge detected.
Someone's charging. Where's the fucking... trying to find that penal colony again. I've lost it. Alright, let's try this. Alright. According to my scope, it's this way. There it is. Alright. So, I don't know who Jonovic is. That's let's see. I liked how you spelled that though. Let's see. So I'm gonna try to do what? I'm gonna go and look at my mission transaction. And it says, find your targets at the Higginbotham Penal Colony. Collect your reward. Oh, so I think that penal colony is restricted airspace, because when I look at it, yeah, if I look at here, it doesn't. I have low wake. I think I'm supposed to go down there and land. I'm gonna try landing. See how there's red lines around it, circles around it? I think that means that's like the restricted space. When I tried to fly over, it gave me a restricted. Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
I like to point my lights towards unsuitable terrain. Nope, not secured. So for a moment there it was blue. I'm looking at the big round map. But for a moment there was a blue dot. There it is. See it there? Alright, so they say you can creep up on these, or kind of like maybe take them out strategically, like take out the power source to take out the... Handbrake's on. And I always come out the back side, it's weird. You gotta turn around. And that's why I like my lights on, it gives me an orientation. You can see there's a map there on the front of my map is a sonar-like device. It's clearly showing me which way to go. Something got compromised, so I gotta be a little cooler. Something might hurt my ship, or I gotta save all those hit points for the battle. Now there's an assist on this. I don't really know what it does. It's like, I think it does this. Let's see, if I hold triangle, driver R1. I think it's mostly I just set the speed and it just kind of auto drives it in that direction that I point. I'm no longer adding throttle. It's just kind of doing, and I'm just turning it. But, oops, fuck. Alright, I've taken that driver assist off because that just screwed me. Freaking got all, I couldn't stop it. I don't know how that works. I think it sucks. Driver assist. I got a spazzy there. Alright, now we gotta be smart. We're coming up on the zone. So we're gonna use our turret tie. It turns out I can look around. Yeah, no auto is right. It sucked. I can look around and drive independent. So that's kind of cool. I'm still driving the vehicle with the left stick. But the real best way to drive is to drive. No, for real. So we're looking for a Goliath and whatever. So it's looking like we're coming up on the edge of this facility. See the red? The red, I forget that I have boosters, or thrusters. I feel like I'm gonna hurt my own ship doing that shit though. So we got a Federal Navy ship, that can't be good. Now one thing we should do is check our fire order on this. Let's check our fire order on this ship. Our fire group is a repeater and a data scanner, so not much to work with. It looks like we're coming up on the defensive turret, defense platform, defensive turret, so that's good to know. Defensive turret. Defensive turret. Bet you that's another defensive. So how, I wonder, there's a generator I bet somewhere that will help take out the defensive turrets. Oh, there I have more defensive turrets. So I am looking for a generator maybe. I want to get around this pretty much and see these Goliaths. I want to at least see what my target is instead of just take on defensive turrets. That doesn't make sense. So we'll drive around, get another look, see what the hell a Goliath even is. Sentry skimmer. I don't know the zoom on this. Sentry skimmers. And then there's some red in the center there, huh? Oh, what's this here? That looks like it could be a generator. Can't you swoop in and take it from the air? You know, that's not the worst idea actually. Maybe. And just attack them from the air. That might be real probable, I think. Yeah, that didn't seem to get out, right? I just got a bounty on my head. Alright, so I need to not do that. I think I'm out of it. But I need to figure out how to increase sensor range. So I don't want to lose my ship. Where the fuck's my ship? You know? Like, I don't see my ship now on the map. On my flat map there. Yeah, so it seemed like those were protected from the bottom, huh? I just got charged like a bunch of fines. All I want to do now is just get back to my vehicle, get out of here, or come at it from the air like you said, or something. So I'm trying to get around I see there's a black wall, if you will, on my map showing me kind of the prohibited zone. Yeah, so floating doesn't do you much good because you're not really in contact with the ground. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm wanted by them. See that on the right? So I'm trying to just get around. I think I went around and looked, and I should hopefully see my headlights. That's one of the reasons I like to point. Come on. Well, circle's not speed bump burst in this. It's actually the opposite. Apparently. I don't know about you, but I'm not seeing my ship. They can't. There's got to be a way to not lose your ship, you know? Now, if I go like this, I should be able to decrease the zoom on it. Maybe that'll help. And maybe I'm looking for. Oh, you know what? I see it now on the red pulse, like the pulsing laser. Yeah, they aren't fucking around. Effing around is right. If I look on the red pulsing, maybe I see a contact on it. Yeah, I think I see a contact. No, I guess not. Alright, maybe I go like this. Roll. Recalling ship. Let's see what that does. Is that it there in green now? I'm wanted by them, I think. I think I see my ship now over there in the handbrake is on. It did say meet your goal at the whatever penal colony, right? I mean, I'm there. And hopefully that green is my ship. There certainly wasn't something like that before. Do I go around, probably? So that green light, though, that's definitely... not my ship. My hull is down to 50%. But I see a yellow dot now on my center map, so that may have been what recalled my ship. But that beacon there, you're right, I think that's what's got to go for some reason. Or even just to try to take some of these fuckers from the air. So my shields took a real beating there. See the green there? That's my ship. What the fuck? I didn't fly. Maybe recalling that brought that in this close, but that's fucking lame. That my ship's even there. Or do I misunderstand? Alright, at least my shield's rebuilding as they're confused. I'm confused. I can't seem to get underneath. turret is down or up or something. I'm not collapsing like I'm supposed to. There it is. There's the collapse. My mast has to come down for me to fit. No, I parked... Well, here's the thing. I think when I recalled my ship, it recalled it here for some reason, you know? Yeah, I didn't park this close in, if you remember. Then I recalled my ship, and then it made it, like, fucking right in here. So that's what got screwed up. Fuck, I'm really getting fucked here on this. Like, I'm really getting fucked on this. Come on! I need to be under the ship, but I have to be pointing the other direction apparently. So I'm trying, like, if I just get under the ship like this, it's not enough. Watch, it doesn't say board ship. It doesn't say it. I'm looking for the board ship. So you have to be backwards, but it's not letting me rotate underneath there. So I guess I would go like this. Why am I banging? The fuck? I think it's because the ship was recalled. You know? And so it's not in the right spot. Like it got respawned in the wrong spot. What's not raised? I mean, the ship's just, I don't know why it won't let me under enough. I have stuff that rises up. When I come up onto the ship, there's a mast that comes up. But it's not letting me under all the way. And even when I do, I don't get the board ship routine. I don't know if that makes sense. So normally I can go underneath this ship. And I can... I just needed to say board ship, and then I'm done. Let's try it here. So I said dismiss ship, and it made the ship rise. And maybe if I can get away, it'll just bring the ship to me closer, instead of putting it right on where they are. I'm gonna focus on just getting away from them for real. So it looks like I'm not getting beat up on anymore, right? Agreed? Oops. As I smash into something. Alright. So now if I go roll and down, press this, I can say recall ship. So I'm calling the ship. And now I see something on the map, yellow, which is good. And hopefully what seemed to happen was I recalled the ship last time, and it just happened to put it right in the middle of everything. Yeah, see my green? Oh, come on. This thing's all beat up. I'll be lucky to make it back alive. Please tell me it didn't go all the way back there. Is it literally going like away? Dude, it's flying all the way back there. Oh no, wait. I'm wrong. But it stopped at least, but let's see where it is this time. I just don't want to lose 50 grand over just learning, you know? Yeah, it's right back in the thick of this. Absolutely ridiculous. See, there it goes. Just like that. So it was glitching out for sure. Boarding ship. Thank God.
Under attack. Hull integrity compromised.
Oh.
Eject.
Well, that mission sucked. I gotta take a breather from that. What the fuck? Now it gives me my bill. $45,000, dude. I hate those missions. That's never happening again. Yeah, I cannot buy all those pieces and then get the ship but not have all my stuff. This way it just keeps everything set up. 45 grand. Oh man, that's rough. That's rough. That makes me sick in my stomach a little bit. Glitchy glitch shit, huh? I gotta know what those missions really are before I go in there and try that again. I'm gonna get something to drink. Little country time powder, ice country time powder. A little stirry wiggle, make the ice cool. Make the lemonade juice. Yeah, a little parched is right. So it's not that much of a delay, because I just had a sip, you know? I could sell, you know, certain energy drinks on my channel. Now, it's still booting for me right now. I don't know why that is. Sometimes this freezes. We'll give it a chance, but it might cook out, and if so, I'll just restart, you know? That sucks, though. I'm gonna puff some supplements. So my device I was telling you about, the little tiny one, is so small, the hole, that I have to use a thin piece of spaghetti to push through it. That's my tool. And I have to pray each time that it doesn't break inside the little hole. I mean, I'm sure I would just get it eventually by soaking it or something, but that would just blow. Yeah, I never got a reply from Story, I don't think. But I look, and it's still showing my live broadcast. And, oh, interesting. It says Scott Moore, no views. No one's viewed it. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe a live broadcast. Wouldn't that be weird to watch my own broadcast? I guess that's one way of seeing the delay, huh? Watching it on a different... And then at least I'd have one view. Yeah, the game can be glitchy though. That sucks really bad. Oh. I'm still broadcasting, I guess. But apparently I got a connection error, so I don't know if it shows this or not, but I'm going to start up again, see where it puts me. God, I hope it doesn't put me right there. Or, oh no, I just got a new ship, so. $45,000 down the drain. Maybe I'll do like a... That would be super sad. Starport Services. Let's see. Oh yeah, I just got screwed badly. I died. Simmons Progress, huh? $30,000 just for a little bit of, for restocking nothing. I don't know what that was about. I did that twice. That's 60,000. I lost 100,000 on the whole. Maybe I'm at 4,000. So mission on board. Let's see. Okay, trade data salvage contract. So that's salvage the contract. Trade data salvage. So that's one where you got to fly out to a place, go to the beacon. It'll tell you what planet to kind of go to. You go check that out, find out what variation of where the stuff is. Then you grab the stuff. We did one when we did that first mission, I think. Then you bring it back to where you're asked. Usually the source. They take a little doing. This one at 36 is tempting, but it's in sticks, so that's one thing to think about. Oops, wrong controller. Mining rush, boom time delivery. Now that's more I like it. 75, and it's just delivery. That's just bringing something. That's to LHS. It's 14 light years, but that could go pretty quick for 75. That's our man. We got to bring uranium, which is expensive, and so people want to jack it. So it's kind of a little bit of a, jack risk. Supplemental nutrition. Yeah, I'm gonna have another tasting sample of it. LHS contested, huh? So plot route, and then I don't see anything that's really. Actually, if I go like this, I'll then be able to see it with security. And we'll turn off all the trade routes. So we got some low and medium. The green one's medium. I'm in Allen now, so that wouldn't be too bad. Draconius. It wouldn't be bad maybe to see if there's some obvious trading going on there, but I could add that as a different aspect later. So LHS 362. One thing I screwed up in though is I didn't catch the actual, so it's the psi base in that. So we're going to go back in here, and this is worth doing, particularly if that's, we don't want to be fiddling around. So it's the psi base. It's thinking right now, and it goes, okay, and we're going to actually go specifically to the psi base and bring our trajectory all the way to it, so we don't do this out in space. That's the psi base. So we're going to say select and plot route, or route. And then that would be that many jumps. Looks like this last one here, is that grayed out? No? No. We just got to make sure we don't run out of fuel. Oh, you know what we got to do too is make, well yeah, psi route will have fuel, so that'll be no problem. So we'll say accept. And we're going to LH, so we're going to Owlin and Aaron. Black box salvage. We don't want the salvage. They're kind of time consuming. Clean out the Goliath. Oof, we learned the hard way on that one. Wow. Oh. Trade salvage. So I don't want to do salvage. I'm just seeing if there's another. There's boom. So destination, right? Boom. Data delivery. That'd be awesome. Let's see. If we check the map. When real people online, I don't know about that. I don't know that very well. I think so far it's very simplified compared. It's mostly just buy high, sell low as stuff that you see an advantage. It's not like buy orders and all that. And this is my other mission, right? To potentially add on. So if I look at the galactic map, I've already mapped my previous one. So whatever map we see previous, or in orange on here, is actually going to be... Isn't that funny? So that's perfect, right? The orange you see is the trajectory of my previous mission. I have to do all those and go to LHS 3262. But along the way, I'm actually going to hit G23925. So that's an ideal thing for me to add that mission. So G32, we're going to now look, and it says Magnus Forum. So we're going to add that. I'm going to say Magnus Forum. Okay. It's thinking again. Magnus Forum. So we would go here and go in here and look and see. And we'd say, okay, Magnus Forum. No. What's that about? What's that about? What did I miss there? Let's try it again. Boom data destination G239. Yeah. Deliver to the Magnus Forum in that area. Okay, so Magnus Forum. I think I know what's happening here. Magnus Forum is not on the system map because someone hasn't purchased. Like, I can actually look, purchase trade data for $100. I've spent $100 to buy the trade data out of there, but the system map is not showing Magnus Forum, and the reason is because it's not really known yet. There's Bellamy Keep. Oh, look at that! I've never seen that map before. That's neat. I didn't know I could even do that. That's really neat. So now I plot the route there. Oh, that's huge. That's major for me. So that's where we're going. That's awesome. That's going to be a game changer. So now I want to, one more, I've already locked that in. So now I'm going to say, hey, let's accept that. And so now, it's simple. And we'll get a refuel out of them right in the middle. So it's going to be perfect. So we're going to launch. And wait, that's going to take a pretty good chunk of fuel right here.
Is clear. Flight control out.
Drive charging.
frameshift drive charging. So this is going to be pretty much just delivery, isn't it?
4, 3, 2.
Peel off. Now, if I had a fuel scoop equipped, I could scoop fuel up with this. But I don't have one, and it's not a huge amount of fuel from when I first started anyways. I'm mostly going to use the sun to just wrap around.
Drive charging.
Preparing another jump. Gonna prepare another sip of lemonade. Although, the only time you really get to do this is like while it's charging. Because, like right now, I step away. Sure enough, something's gonna get oh, not on this so much. I don't think they can interdict you on this. Oh, it's delicious. Just tap water with a little lemon lime or country thyme. Magnus Forum is where we are flying into. Do a quick landing. Make 20 grand. Oh, Magnus. Don't be like that. I think we have to actually land on the planet. Yeah, touch and go. Fuel up and go. So it's on the other side of the planet. See how it's... See how it's yellow? It's not yellow. It means it's on the other side of the planet. So we're waiting to come around, and that'll turn yellow the moment we're able to hit it. Here it comes.
Orbital flight engaged.
Alright, 400 kilometers. That takes a long time on impulse power, you know? So I can see myself, the red is coming up on my paper map there that shows that I'm in the, touching the top of the atmosphere. Alright, got landing on 2. So I'm looking for probably something yellow. Sometimes it's red. Oh, there's something popped up in color. That's the hardest part, is just finding him. Story really struggles at that, you know? If he's listening right now, then Story, you suck at that. You start panicking, and where is it? You know, and it's just... Although there is a timer, a 10-minute timer, so they're not messing around. So I can bring my... One nice thing about the representation of speed, it's graphical. So you can literally be like, hey, whatever speed I'm doing now, if I want to do half of that, you just take that bar and bring it down to half of what you see, and you'll be half. So number 2. And we're looking for that back plate, and we can see the back plate is on the other side. So it's actually really hard to spin these things compared to just flying around, if that makes sense. The spinning in place is slow, whereas this is a little different. Alright, so landing gear being deployed. We're moving over. So that's pretty much your goal, is to be coming up over this flap. This panel, this blast panel. That's how you know which way you're pointing. Hardest thing for me used to be, then you can at least maybe just come in like this on the one try and not be trying to drive it like a car, which is really hard, you know, to... That was a good one. So, yeah, whoa. So now, I go Magnus for him, and then we gotta just cash out. Mission. Boom, data delivery, claim reward, right? So that's a nice little cash. Got some effects, change the universe, right? We won't pick up any more. Look at my refuel though, it's pretty significant, 77 bucks, so that's nice. And then we are out of here. We're not even gonna, but what's weird is you have to dip down and spin, and then you can fly. But okay, but that makes sense. I don't know, weird. Landing gear up, moving forward and out so I don't get a fine. 90 degrees to the planet. It's the only time you get a 90-degree thing, like an indicator on pitch, because you do have a ground, you know, you have a planet. So I'm clear. Mass lock is cleared. Now the only thing I didn't do was, I should have done this before we left, but transactions, navigation. I'm gonna have to do this here. Open galaxy map. And by opening it there, it automatically opens it to the one in question. So then you can go and say, hey, there's I think my storyline, right? Psi base, does that seem right? Psi base, it has, let's plot that route. Psi base, let's see if that was part of my storyline though. Yeah, Starpoint Psi base. So, alright, so we're dialed in. We're using this, if you're wondering, there's a small circle to the top, oops. So the planet's obstructing me. So we're gonna do and you see on the map over above my circles, a blinking, I don't know, like a scope sight. That shows forward and back. It's like longitudinal. So first thing is first, I see I'm still even in the atmosphere. My paper map, the circle, is red right now, which is kind of proof that I'm in. You can almost see the atmosphere shed off of me once I get up over it. See it coming there? Now that's me shedding it. and coming up out of it. So now I just have to line up. Oh, let's just, we'll wait a moment till this clear.
Frameshift drive charging.
So that worked out nicely. Picked out 2 missions coinciding, get a refuel out of it. A little bit of a delay. I think that made us $30,000 though. So a couple of those, and I'm in out of the hole, losing my ship. Made discovery, some kind of astrological object. Now, if I go and look at the different planets and identify things and like scan them, I gain data on them, and I can sell that data as long as I'm 20 light years away from that location. So people care about that data outside of your area. Like, so this is saying it's gonna, oh, Draconius, yeah, 1 year, and that's at hyperspeed. That's gonna require us.
Drive charging.
I think we're just gonna jump this instead. Although it is coming down in days, huh? Light days. But we're going so time. I mean, maybe we'd be able to fly that. I don't think so though. Just light years. Really, the distances, and this really teaches you just how huge, just the fucking universe is, you know. And this is just one galaxy. Like crazy.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm just gonna get out of here. Have a sip of lemonade that's icy with artificial lemonness. Like, it's lemon tang is what it is. It's lemon tang, folks. We're on spaceship, so all things lemon. I mean tang. That's what I'm drinking. You want to see something neat though? It's just this fucking. Come on, I'm trying to just get the. It's like the biggest thing there is right there. I'm having a hard time finding it. What the fuck? How am I having such a hard time? I should see its glare. Well, the sun is amazing in this. They have different colors and different actual, like I think it's all based off of real science, you know, like mostly. I mean, I don't know. Shouldn't be fucking around in this station. I don't really know this area. Well, I started out really, it came out fast, and this one's going to take a couple minutes. Somebody's online, yeah. Wonder who that might be. Hey, our first viewer ever, my first broadcast. Welcome, if we're even seeing this right. My buddy's watching in California, and he wanted to see the game, so I'm mucking around with this broadcast thing. Anyways, but maybe it's somebody else, or maybe it's just Aaron showing up. I wonder if it tells me somewhere. But hey, we are coming in on the space a little far away, actually. Kind of blew it. Half tempted to try to do another thrust or not one of those necessarily, although that didn't hurt. But that's going to take too long. Yeah, we're not going to go any faster than that. So, let's see if we can't just do one of these. Kind of silly to do it this close, but... Okay.
DeLacy, Lima, Oscar, Bravo. You are now in Federation space. Follow all regulations before and after landing. Access
Number 19, we're coming into 19.
Pad 19.
That's how we do it, folks. A little faster than I'd like to. I usually like to come swooping in, but that was a little rich. That's how we roll. I'm trying to match this roll with my left stick. Alright, now we're going to 19.
2,000 meters from
I see
touchdown.
it. I'm going to drop landing gear now, so I don't forget, because I always forget. I see our back plates pointing towards us, or we're oriented correctly. So this should be a breeze. We just want to thank you folks for joining us on Lobohoe Airlines. We hope you, we recognize that you could use any other server than us, but glad you chose us, and we didn't die on this flight. Now it's common we do fly and die, so we'll enjoy your business or your return business. So here we come in. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't be like that. Alright. Collect our money. I think we got money on that landing. I think it's like almost 100 grand too. Well, let's see if they have any stuff too. So we'll take a moment, maybe have a supplement, and take a look, see if this. Yeah, so my fuel. Gotta get fuel every time, no matter what. Even just no matter what. It's like the only rule. Gotta get fuel. Mission board. We should be able to pass in. So this puts me kind of back towards. I was at 4. Remember, I was at 500,000 at one point. So now I'm at 558. So I want to get to a place and spend some money on the ship, maybe, you know. But let's check these missions while we're here. Like to do. Now, mining rush is not cool because I have to then buy some equipment or get my other equipment sent here at some little minor cost and time just to re-hook up and do mining. Mining's kind of out. I'm not interested in it. No, I like delivery. Yeah, delivery's awesome. See those delivery 2 units? And they're both going to Pifafang. That's 170,000 bucks worth of stuff right there. For 5 units worth of space, and I can hold 8. So I'm into that. It's 14 meters, but that'd be 172. That's ideal. So I kind of don't want to lose that opportunity. Oh, one thing we got to see though is where's Pifang. So we go to Pifang, and it's gonna think because it's map mode and it's really awesome. It takes its time. But it's got to generate like the greatest map ever. So P-Fang is exploited, and we're looking at if we plotted a route. Oh, it's only 3 jumps. That's what I want. So let's go ahead and say yes to this one. Hostile ships, yeah. Okay. And then we'll go to this one too and say we're going to actually put this one in. So it's Brooks Estates is important. We need to remember that. So Brooks Estates, while it's opening, it's really slow, but Brooks Estates. This is one of the secrets to success. Is instead of just going to P-Fang, now we know we're going to actually go to Brooks Estates. And we're not messing around. Now that we know there's planets too and shit, we're not, like, it's not always Brooks Estates. There it is, Brooks Estates. So we're going to add that to our plot. And that's at least one of our locations we're going. So, yeah. Now, that put us to, P-Fang, we got to take that mission, accept. Alright. And next, we'll go still check and see if anybody else has got something towards P-Fang or deliver 12 units, huh? 12 units. 4 commodities, 1 materials, huh? Well, let's see what my ship's doing right now with inventory. Alright, system panel. Right now, my ship cargo, I'm holding 5 units out of 8. So I could pick up 3 more, huh? And data-wise, I'm holding data. No people are in my cabins, which reminds me, I would show you that this is the commodities market, and this would be show if I had any cargo, and that's how I would get rid of cargo, just to sell it for whatever I could to make space. But I have 5 left for my mission board. And what's neat is, so for example, if I look here though, and I see that I could throw in, for example, a larger cargo spot and make more money by adding more cargo space, just by taking out that SRV, which was the dune buggy. That module could come out and I could go put something else, you know. Source and return, I don't like those. Mining rushes, I don't like. Boom time requires 9, huh? System Huang Tang. Let's see if that's on our way. We already have something dialed in, so we're not changing it, but we just see if it's going to be on the way. And no, it's way off. It's way off. So we're good with this. 2 missions is good. And then we keep our SRV. We're loaded with fuel. We've got our waypoints. We are taking a sip of, and might prepare the utensil for herbal for supplement. Oh, it's already ready for me. Well, I gotta get out of here because I have 4 minutes, and I get trespassing if I block that too long. Yeah, it shows 0 faces or heads or people on my broadcast now, but I do see your, oops, coming in a little hot. Whoa! That would have been real contact too. Like, you get in trouble for that shit. That was crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna,
Landing gear retracted.
Oops, mass locked, so I'm writing on the bottom right, it says mass locked, near my landing gear and cargo scoop. Those all have to be off for me to be able to do my jump. So I'm waiting.
All clear. Watch your 6, Commander.
That'd be interesting if it was, wouldn't it? He never commented or made a comment on the page, but that would partly... He'd probably get in trouble because it'd be considered gaming if he looked at it. But he could, you know, from his girlfriend. he could have commented. He would have seen your comments, and wouldn't he have likely added? Or maybe you have to have an account or something. But anyways, I'm gonna go do this jump, and then oh, there's the lighter. I'm preparing for my own herbal jumpage. Look at that sun. Is that crazy or what? Still hot, let me tell you. So I'm using the sun's gravitational field to warp around it kind of and clear. It's the easiest way to get around it, you know? And
Frameshift drive charging.
alright, here we go. Charging. Here we are. There's P-Fang. I'm looking at my fuel. It looks like we can just make a direct run for it. No reason to muck around here. It's a pretty good run. See the blue on the fuel? Which says fuel 1.31 per hour? It shows you in blue what's going to be used to do this jump. I'm using my little navigation scope, which is on the left-hand side of the paper map, if you will, the big circle. There's a smaller little circle there, and you can see a blue dot in it, and that's how I'm lining myself straight up with something. If the dot circle is hollow, that means it's behind me. But as I'm pointing at what my target is, that's pretty much my sole reference, you know? That's how I'm doing. So Brooks Estates is actually just a landing, not a jump. So it looks like those orbits, or those orbital lines disappear as I go a certain speed. But what I was hoping to do is come up in front of it and let it pass me. And maybe it's not going to let me do that. It's alright. I'm in front of it now though, so my closing rate should be higher. Or 50 or 30. All right. Trying to push it, you know, you can hear me bringing the throttle up repeatedly to get another pulse, but not, I'm watching it constantly. Once it goes rampant and starts speeding up on its own, then you already start, you know, you got to start responding immediately. So 1 light second. Looks like a nice little planet to go visit. Light second takes a while. Now we're counting millions of, right, aren't we? We're counting MMs, million kilometers per second. So that's why that's taking. Is this a ship? I'm in a ship, yeah. But the Brooks Estate, I don't know. The Brooks Estate is like, I think it's, yeah, it's an orbital. It's like a, we'll find out. I don't really know what it is. The Brooks Estate, 2918, we're coming in, 12 million, 10, 9, 8, here we come. Safe, disengage. Disengaging safely. Now I can force a disengage by double tapping. Now it said it delivered 2 units. It's giving me a message. Now I see where we're going. It's obvious, huh? At least there's an opening. Alright, so I'm within contact range. So I request a docking. And they give it to me.
Your assigned landing
I'm on a 36. I'm entering the portal.
Scan detected.
And I'm going at 36, which is red this time. But it's lit up at least, right? And the letters are 36, so they're just messing with me a little bit. That really confounded story. I kept going, it's red, it's red! I'm like, okay, it's okay. If it says 36, then oops.
This is a no-stop zone, Commander. Loitering will not be tolerated.
Landing gear
Deploy
down.
landing gear.
I just did.
Landing gear deployed.
So, if I get the automatic, docking thing, I just pretty much fly over that pretty quick, and then it picks up and it twists around and it lands. But it might not be faster than if I just do it right, If I'm if I'm kind of banging them out and I'm doing them right, it's actually probably still faster than the auto, but it's not as easy. So enter hangar and then starport. That's the move if you know you're going to go somewhere. Because then while you're at least being transported through this twist, it boots up your other thing. Otherwise you watch them independent and it blows. Deliver 3 units of AgMed. 600,000. $600,000. So, available missions like that. Two things of beer. Is that going in the other direction now? I kind of want to start heading back to where story is. I don't want to keep just wandering, So with that being said, I think what I do is I go like this, and I can go and look at the map a number of different ways, but here's one of them. And open up the map, and we're going to pick out like a place to start heading back. So we don't lose track of where the fuck F we are. So I bookmarked Cow City, Dahan, and Acelius Prime. This is where we started. I don't know where he is because he's not logged in, but I know this is one of our spots. So I'm going to plot a route. And it's interesting. See, there's definitely a broken line there, isn't there? And so I want to say that that's because you won't have enough fuel. It'll let you go there, but it's saying, hey man, you're gonna have to refuel or you won't make it the whole way. So let's see if that's the case. If I should have already fueled up, but no I didn't. So let's look at my fuel. And if I go and I refuel all, this is good to know, this is good intel. If I fuel all and then go back to Said, oops. To the map. Does it now show them all lined up and it showed me live fuel amounts? That's intriguing, if it is. And look at that, the same thing is now all filled in, right? So I think that's a live calculation of your fuel, but I'm going to keep watching it. I think that's telling us that that's just going to be, damn, covered as a lot of ground or space for that matter. Yeah. Well, yeah, I did. I'm actually kind of, I did it for the money though, buddy. I'm pretty sure we're near All In or Boots or Buddhist. We're near that where Story is. He's like probably, I think he's in LH 233, 2306. I should leave a mark that says where his last location was when he booted, but he's somewhere near here. But yeah, I'm going to start bringing me back. So now that I have that laid in, if I go to Starport Services, I can go look at mission board. And if there's a mission that kind of suits, boom deliveries are always good. So we take a look at that, right? And we go look at the open map. We take a look, and it has to think, and I get that. You know, I'm not actually hating on it. And I'm asking it back and forth. So, oh yeah, we're looking. That's nowhere near where I want to go, is it? That sucked. Alright. I don't want to donate anything. I don't have that available mission. Deliver beer. Deliver 2 minutes. So those are two tempting ones, right? 160,000 right there. So let's see where that takes us. That's going to the same place. That's $170,000 sitting right there, just to go to G239. Oh, you're kidding me, dude! It's actually on the way. It's on the fucking way. So yeah, I'm gonna plot for that. No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look again and look the more expensive one. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see. It says Magnus Forum. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and say Magnus Forum. I'm gonna let it think because it has to think, and that's okay because I'm not hating on it because it's like easy to want to be like, come on, it's so slow, but really when you actually think about what it's doing, it's like, that's cool. Take your time, take your time. I want quality over quantity, you know, like. So I would go to System Map, and I would go and say Magnus Forum. No, maybe it's on this. Lukaya. Magnus Forum. I remember him. Magnus Forum. Now that I can know how to do this on planets, that's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna come out and say, hey, about that liquor, we accept your deal on that. And this other guy is like, hey, you want some beer? I'll go, yeah. We're going to Brisket Mine in that same place, right? Isn't that? Convey the goods to G239. I believe that was what we had going on there. So, liberate. That's a good money run on the way. Boom data, Ross 1005. I feel like that's going to be all we could want. Insufficient cargo space, huh? Where would this go, I wonder, this delivery of wine? Wouldn't that be awesome to get liquor, wine, and beer? And be like the super party. Cargo rewards for insufficient. 87,000. Where's it going, though? Oh, 3006. That couldn't be. Let's just take a look. I could make that 4 units appear with putting a cargo unit in. A cargo's, you know. So, oh, someone's calling me.